A warning for homeowners this morning. Police say a South American gang that targets high-end homes might be back in San Diego. A family in North County just had their home burglarized, and it was captured on surveillance video. Thanks for being here at 6 a.m. on this Wednesday. I'm Eric Connert.
And I'm Netta Irampour. Glad to have you with us here. And CBS 8's Chris Groh joining us live from Black Mountain Ranch. So there's an investigation going on there. A family just went through quite the ordeal. Chris, what happened?
Yeah, and they unfortunately came home to find everything ransacked. There were kitchen drawers, there were open closets that had been thrown apart, missing jewelry as well as other valuables, and it was all caught on camera.
We have all the motion sensor lights, we have a dog, we left lights on, we had our alarm set, so this really could happen to anyone.
And this happened last Thursday. You just heard from Ellen with the family. Says the break-in happened just after 6 p.m. They had only been gone about 10 minutes when those three people busted in through a glass back door. The video captures two men in dark clothing walking through the yard, and a bit later a third man does appear. They immediately called the police when they came home, and they're working to find out who the intruders are, but ironically, they actually they bought the surveillance video cameras as well as an alarm system because of the South American crime ring that went to a number of different homes and burglarized them just last year in Encinitas, Rancho Santa Fe, and Chula Vista. While the video cameras obviously caught the perpetrators, the alarm system did not go off, so it did not alert the family when they were gone that someone had broken in. It wasn't until they actually got home that they were able to find that surveillance video. Now, Ellen says that the police did tell her that the characteristics of this burglary do match the South American crime ring. However, it's not been confirmed as of yet, and we did reach out to the San Diego Police Department to see if they've connected the dots so far, if they can concretely say that this is the same crime ring. However, we do not have that confirmation as of yet. Now, if you noticed anything about this video that maybe sparks some sort of information that police could use, you're being asked to call Crime Stoppers or the San Diego Police Department. And again, it does look like this crime ring is back, especially when you think about the fact that Ellen, who you just heard from again, told us that two other homes in the neighborhood were also burglarized after theirs. Eric and Netta.
You hear those loud cheers right there. This is what a lot of the rescue crews needed to see. An entire family safe. They're able to pull out these children safe from all of that debris and buildings that came crashing. This family was found alive in this rubble. This building had collapsed in Syria after a pair of powerful earthquakes right along the Turkey-Syria border. Sadly, though, the death toll, that is now up to 11,000 people. We are also seeing new video of a newborn girl being rescued. Look at this baby right there. So the mother appears to have given birth while buried in the rubble in Syria. There's the baby now. The baby's umbilical cord was actually still attached to mom, but crews could not reach the mother in time. Sadly, she died. In just a few minutes, San Diegans who are still waiting to hear from their loved ones impacted by these earthquakes will share their stories. And now this morning, we are breaking down President Biden's State of the Union address.
During the speech last night, he laid out some of his administration's accomplishments. CBS 8's Dana Marie McNichol joins us live in studio here with a look at some of the key moments and the Republican response here.
That's right. A lot of people were watching this live last night. And before a new divided Congress, President Biden issued a plea for unity. He urged Congress to help him finish the job on a number of priorities. Although his speech did start out lighthearted, he took a swipe at Republicans on entitlement programs, evoking boos.
Some Republicans want Medicare and Social Security to sunset. I'm not saying it's a majority. Social Security and Medicare is off the books now, right? You've all done work.
And he also mentioned the need to do more here at home and that inflation is coming down. The president called on lawmakers to pass police reform as the parents of Tyree Nichols looked on. He says, quote, just as every cop has the right to pin that badge on and come home safely, so does everybody else, and our children deserve to come home as well. On foreign policy, the president reiterated U.S. support for Ukraine and took aim at China days after the suspected Chinese spy balloon was shot down. Now, Governor Gavin Newsom did respond to the State of the Union, expressing it as a symbol of unity. He said democracy is not a partisan issue. On the other side of the aisle, California Republican Party Chairwoman Jessica Milan called out President Biden for what she's calling a failing agenda, which has been a complete disaster for the nation. She blames reckless spending, poor California public education, and crime surging on the Biden administration. Now, Arkansas Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders, she rallied against what she called a left-wing culture war.
The Biden administration seems more interested in woke fantasies than the hard reality Americans face every day.
And today we know the president will take his economic message directly to the American people while visiting a union job training center in Wisconsin.
Dana Marie, thank you for that. Today, the man accused of killing his wife in Skyline is expected to make his first court appearance. Police say 84-year-old Mikhail Ahmad shot his wife multiple times during an argument on Monday morning. Police say a family member took his gun and then called 911. The victim, 78-year-old Mildred Ahmad, died on the scene. Deputies will be stepping up patrols near Lakeside Middle School this morning after a man reportedly tried to pull a boy into a car. Authorities say it happened yesterday around 8 a.m. on Woodside Avenue. 3 kids say a black SUV stopped and someone from the backseat opened the door and tried to grab one of them. The boy was able to get away. The sheriff's department says the SUV was possibly a Chevy Tahoe with silver wheels and a black and yellow license plate.
New this morning, backlash against the Chula Vista City Council after officials appointed a council member for District 3.
You guys didn't hear what the community came over here to tell you. They want to open, and they wanted to have a special election for a council member for District 3. You didn't listen to them. So obviously, what's the use of you being there just collecting paycheck? Because you're not representing us. You're doing whatever you want.
The council ignored the voice of the people in this chamber and the right of the voters in District 3. This was clearly a pre-orchestrated move for control by the council, and you know what I'm talking about.
In 2022.
A lot of the people commenting at that meeting wanted a special election as opposed to an appointment. Community members made their voices heard, as we just saw during that city council meeting last night. Many speaking out against the recent appointment of Alonzo Gonzalez. That's the man sitting in that seat right there. He's now filling the seat left vacant after Stephen Padilla was elected to state senate. Some of those speaking last night called for Gonzalez to step down, saying they should have a say in who represents them.
All right, here we go. Taking a peek outside on this Wednesday, halfway through the week. It's not too bad out there.
Not bad at all. Very comfortable as we walk outside. I mean, right now we're still mostly in the 30s and 40s, so you may need the jacket as you head outside now. But in some spots, we are warmer right now than 24 hours ago. By the afternoon, we're going to be warmer than 24 hours prior. We're expected to see widespread upper 60s and low 70s. For the coastline, a few clouds linger. Right now, we're going to make it to the upper 60s. Many of our coastal communities are expected to hit 70 degrees this afternoon. 72 for your inland valleys, 60 for the mountaintops, and 74 for the deserts. A lot of sunshine beaming on through county-wide. Here are the clouds that we're talking about closer to your coastline, passing through some of your inland valleys. As of right now, they are continuing to break apart, leading to a day of sunshine. So once those clouds completely taper off, we'll have more sunshine, especially beyond sunrise, which will be in a half hour. We're looking at offshore winds continuing to move in from the east to the west. That means that air is coming over the mountaintops. It's compressing, and that compressed air heats up. That warm, dry air has to go somewhere. It heads off toward the valley floors and toward the coastline, and that's why that substantial warm-up, a more substantial warm-up, is felt toward the west side of the map as opposed to the east side of the map, because once that air passes over the mountains and comes toward your coastline and inland valleys, that's where the more substantial warmth is. Still a bit breezy out there in Julian and Alpine, Mount Laguna in the 20-mile-per-hour range as well. Winds are going to die down slowly but remain offshore. We see the 5-day forecast brings us to even warmer territory by tomorrow and Friday. It's a 3-day stretch here of warmer temperatures, sunshine, dry conditions before we incorporate some clouds and drop by 15 degrees or more for Saturday and Sunday. And we see even some showers for late Saturday into Sunday. Let's take a look at traffic here at 6:10 on the clock. So far, things are light on the roads. Well, we're taking a look at drive times, where so far the biggest impacts have been felt on the 52 westbound from the 125 to the 15. You are down to a 39-mile-per-hour commute. It'll take you 12 minutes in total to get through that stretch. On the 78 westbound and the 5 southbound, we're looking pretty comfortable as we kick off the morning. Back to you.